Welcome to the garden. Today we're in front of the lavender, where we're going to be pruning it back while we harvest. So you want to prune it back into a sort of a round dome shape, and you want to regularly do this because when it gets really woody, you don't really want to prune back the woody stuff too far, or it might not grow back. So we're just going to lop off little pieces here in this round shape, and we're obviously saving these flowers, and there's a few things you can do with these, but you can also save the leaves, whether you're going to eat them, and they are edible, fresh or dried. They're pretty tasty, kind of pungent, like they're similar to rosemary, but when they're dried they're really strong. And I've made a quick tea out of some dried and fresh leaves, and there's not much of a difference, so it's just really good whether it's dried or fresh. But these flowers are very beautiful. They have their own color. The lavender color is after these flowers, and they have little bonus flowers a little further down. So I took these flowers today, just like this, and I cooked them in a little simple syrup, and then I've rolled them in just some granulated sugar to make little candied lavender flowers. And these are going to be a little chewy until they dry, but you can set them out to dry on a rack, and they'll be excellent little candies. But if you want these to go to seed, you really just want to let them dry on the plant until they look like this. They're going to open up, and you can see the little holes that the seeds fall out of. And I'm just going to harvest these all in bulk. So I'm just going to break apart the seeds, or the flowers, and tease them open. And they'll float to the top as the seeds sink to the bottom. So let's see if we can find a couple seeds here. So they have little black seeds like this. And then I've sown these out to plant entire rows of lavender, and they really look amazing in rows. Now this is a first-year plant, and it's got some really nice new growth. But I've planted all along here, every couple feet, all the way down. So when these are going to flower next spring, it's just going to be amazing. But they have a beautiful aroma, so they're great along walkways where you spend a lot of your time. And of course that color is just magnificent. So they're grown commercially to extract the oils for perfume, and the ancient Egypts would even use these as perfume. And that carried over to the Greeks. They would call it Nard or Nardus, and they'd often use it in their baths, and the Romans would too, because it just releases a beautiful fragrance. But when you take the leaves, you can either put these in a bundle after you've harvested your flowers, or just space them out and they'll dry really nicely. And then this is a nice little potpourri. You can use this to cook with too, but they release a really nice aroma, just like the flowers. A little more subtle perhaps, but it's just a beautiful plant. So whether you're growing this for a culinary herb or just the beautiful color and aroma, make sure to prune it often into the shape you want, and I hope you give it a grow in your garden. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.